So I just saw the Cloverfield paradox. My thoughts are very mixed at best. If you don't know what the Cloverfield paradox is, it's the third Cloverfield film. I guess it's the prequel to the other Cloverfield films. But I don't know if it's in the same universe, because at the end, I'll get into this whole thing. So basically, spoilers, they send this crew into space. They're trying to find this energy, because there's an energy crisis on Earth. They end up going to an alternate universe where they meet all these other people, and there's some weird stuff goes down. I like this part of the movie. I thought that this was good, not as a Cloverfield movie. It kinda, I don't know. Like 10 Cloverfield Lane was kind of a stretch from the first Cloverfield movie, but I thought it at least fit. This one just feels like Paramount had this script sitting around, and they're like, and then they're like, oh yeah, at the end, let's just add in a giant Cloverfield monster. Let's just add in a few things that tie this to the other Cloverfield movies. Oh yeah, and in that scene where he's in front of the burning building, let's put a giant shadow of a Cloverfield monster. That's honestly how this movie feels. It doesn't feel like a Cloverfield movie. I would have loved to have seen a movie made by Paramount or any film company just about traveling to other universes, alternate universes, where humanity is different. You can have like a paradox film with that, and it would just be fun. Like these guys on a spaceship experiencing weird things. Whatever. I'd love to see a movie like that. But you don't have to shoehorn it into Cloverfield. There's some complaints with the movie. The guy who plays Michael can't really act all that well. I mean, at the beginning, when he's, like, I guess, acting as the main character's wife, the main character's husband, he doesn't really seem that emotional, and then at the end, when he's, like, supposed to be sad and, like, shouting, I don't really buy his role. I mean, like, when he was, like, driving down or through the town that's been wrecked, I thought that was fine, because that's probably the same reaction that I'd have if a bunch of monsters ruined my city. I'd probably be like, what the heck happened? I don't know. But for the rest of the movie, it doesn't really work. And then at the end, like this giant Cloverfield monster, it's higher than the clouds. And during the first movie, the Cloverfield monster in that could hardly even get to being close to the height of skyscrapers in New York. And now you have a giant one higher than the clouds. So does that mean that this is an alternate universe where Cloverfield's going down? Does that mean that that one was an infant and that there's larger ones and this one takes place after? Or maybe it takes place before, but they just erased it from his? It's super weird, and I could go on all day about my theories for this stuff. Probably I don't really want to, because that's not the important part. The important part is the movie, which, for a budget of $45 million, the special effects and CG don't look all that great. They look like something I'd seen in maybe like a $2 million movie, maybe even like a 500K movie. Yeah, a good 500K movie at that. And it didn't sell me as great graphics, because for these Netflix movies to, like, destroy theaters and start having more movies released on Netflix straight away, they need good effects, good acting, good stories, and good scripts. So far, I guess you could say there's two movies that are trying to completely destroy the movie theaters: The Cloverfield Paradox and Bright. Bright doesn't really get the storyline, doesn't really get the acting, kind of has a good script, but in the effects, they're okay, they do. And in the Cloverfield Paradox, some good acting, a good script that they had to shoehorn. I wouldn't say it's... Well, I'm going back on a good script. It's an okay one. The effects... fine. Have to do what you have to do. This is an okay movie that seems... It seems like it was an okay sci-fi that they had to shoehorn Cloverfield into. That's really how I feel about this movie. Overall, I'd probably say if you're a Cloverfield fan, you should probably watch it. I mean, you probably already have watched it. If you're a fan of sci-fis, you should probably watch it. But if you're a fan of neither Cloverfield and monster movies or sci-fis, I wouldn't really recommend watching it, because it doesn't really offer anything to you. I mean, that's just my final judgment on it. Goodbye.